Welcome back to another episode of Let Us Be Sustainable. I'm Frank. Today I will be collecting hips that still remained on a couple of my shrubs, my rose shrubs. One is Brindabella Purple Prince, and the other one is Ringo. They both have plenty of hips still on there, and I'm just curious to see that if these hips, which were open pollinated, have overwintered themselves on the actual rose shrub itself, if they will be any more viable than the ones that I stratified in the refrigerator. Will I have a better outcome leaving them on the shrub or collecting them in fall and stratifying them in the refrigerator? So we'll see. I'm going to collect all of these and I'll show you what I collected. All right? I'll be back. This is what I'm talking about. These are the hips that are still on the shrub, and there's plenty of them. And I want to collect them, see how many seeds are inside, and if they have stratified long enough to survive the winter and germinate in a soil medium. So that's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to collect them from both this shrub, Brindabella Purple Prince, and from Ringo. And I believe there's another one on Queen Elizabeth. So I'll take them and see what the outcomes are. So we're back inside, and this is what I did. I soaked them in these containers to rehydrate these hips because they're like stone right now. They are really, really hard to open. Even if I were to cut them with a knife, they're really hard. So I'm hoping they rehydrate and they'll become soft so that I can remove the seeds. This is for both. This is the Brindabella, this is the Ringo, and this one in here is the Meredith Love and Peace cross. So we'll see. So for right now, I'm going to show you the seedlings that I have under grow lights upstairs to see how far along they are. All right, I'll be back. Okay, here we are in the grow room. And these are the Dahlia seedlings that I started back in February 22nd. And they are doing very well at the moment. They are currently under regular shop lights, LEDs. Nothing special about the lights, except they're 5,000 Kelvin. And they're doing pretty good. This one in particular, it's already started to sprout from the sides. It has two branches, one going right, one going left. So they're already starting to branch out at this early of an age. That one in the center is one of my rose seedlings, Brindabella Prince seedling, and it's under the grow lights with the dahlias. I wanted to see if it made a difference under these lights or under the other lights that it's in, and if it needed a cover, because I didn't cover these with a dome. I just mist them every day, and so far so good. So that's the one that's branching out, and these little grow bags do well. I don't bury them with the grow bags when I transplant them. I cut the sides down and I kind of peel it out, and then I retransplant the seedling into their new growing bag. I don't put it with the bag because the bag restricts the tuber from growing when it starts to grow the tubers. So you don't want that. These are the rose seedlings in the other container, and they have sprouted. These are the ones that I've cross-pollinated myself, and they're doing pretty good. So far so good. And I just want to see if there's a difference between growing them and stratifying them in the refrigerator or leaving them on the shrub and stratifying on their own. The only difference is the ones that I collected today are open pollinated, whereas these were mostly hand crossed. So I don't know if that's going to make a difference in fertility. These are my tomato seedlings. They're under grow lights as well, and I'm using these little baskets to hold them together in this container. that I just pour water in, so that's fine. These are another set of roses that I also hand pollinated, and they're doing very well. So far so good. Now we'll see if the ones I collected from the garden today that were all stratified in the winter will grow. We'll see. Okay, this is the Dahlia seedling that I told you about that had the double sprouts, one to the right, one to the left, and to the center. It has multiple branches already, and it's really early on in the growing season. And I think it has to do with the bags. The bags allow for a good root system. It air prunes them, so they create this fibrous root system that allows them to grow stronger and much faster. And what I do is I cut the sides. You see those sides? I cut those sides whenever they transplant them into a bigger bag, because I don't want the dahlia, when it starts to establish its tubers, for the tuber to get restricted from growing to its fullest potential, especially if it's going to be one of the flowers that I may want to keep. So I remove the grow bag, I cut it from the sides, and then I peel it off. By that time, it has an established root system where it holds the soil together, and it's easier to peel it out. Also, the rose did very well in that, if you can see it in the center there. It has the same kind of root system. It's fibrous and is growing very well. The bags are great. They give you enough growing space. They hold enough soil for the seedling. I think they're great. I don't put them in the ground. I do remove them, like I said, and they air prune the roots, so it gives the seedling a healthier start. Unlike the dahlia tubers, I can't put them out now because my rainy season starts in April. So since the tubers don't have an established root system, they would rot. It's too cold and too wet, and they would rot. Unlike the seedlings that already have an established root system, this fibrous root system allows them to survive the rainy season in my climate because of these bags. So if you have any questions or comments, let me know. I will give you an update on the following dahlias and the roses on the next video, and especially about the hips that I collected. So if you have any questions, comment, like, and subscribe, and let me know how I'm doing. I'll catch you on the next one, and thank you again for watching my journey as a dahlia and rose breeder. Thanks a lot. I'll see you on the next one.